Greetings, everyone. It's been a minute. Okay, I've been processing a lot. What's up with the lighting? Should I put on the light? I've been processing a lot in regards to my breakthroughs. Okay, so emotionally, it was a roller coaster. I'm not gonna lie. That cellular detox, like I said, I already felt stuff being pushed to the surface, and the way that I see it happening energetically is whatever was cleared, and it's moved out of the way. Whatever was buried underneath it just rises to the top for you to face and filter out. So it's like, it almost feels like you're not really covering any ground. You know what I'm saying? In a sense, because it's like, I just went through this. I mean, the last 2 videos I made, I had snots and everything, but it was real. Okay. And so the 2 main things that surfaced within me is the last one was acceptance, and the first one that surfaced that I didn't even know I was carrying was unworthiness. Okay, which is still a shock to me, clearly, because I don't resonate with feeling unworthiness, but a whole bunch of things tied together. So where I am now emotionally, everything has calmed. It's super calm. Okay, I'm making super progression in executing and discussing my feelings with my loved ones and stuff like that. And it also gave me a way to understand them, like, literally, by putting myself in their shoes. You know, it's one thing to be empathic and feel what another is feeling, but like, putting myself in their shoes. Think about it. Like, my awakening happened like a little over 2 years ago, and everything that they thought they knew in me. Hey, Keita. Hey, B, Rain, and J. I'm sorry if I pronounced anything wrong, but I feel hella refreshed, hella rejuvenated. Anyways, what I was saying is, it's different being an empath, feeling what another is carrying, but to literally hop in the shoes like you are then, okay, and look at yourself as a detached witness and not have your feelings play a factor in it. It helps you gain a better understanding of how your loved ones around you are viewing things. My whole life changed in a blink of an eye, and so they are also relearning me too. Message. They are also relearning me too, as I am actively relearning and remembering me. Physically, I'm not gonna lie, it's been a pain in the ass. You know, my back has eased up hella, thank God. I've been doing a lot of meditation, a lot of heating pads, a lot of grounding. I remember when I hit up Mrs. Miyagi and told her when my Kundalini activation began, yet again, like a little over a month ago, she recommended that I ground. Perception, perception is key in everything. That I ground with my ass sitting on the root of a tree, which hella helped bring relief in that sense. And then, of course, a spiritual bath, and then if you have somebody too, a massage. Okay, now, overall, I am just grateful for the opportunity to get to the nitty-gritty, because I feel like it ripped a band-aid off of shit that required stitches. You know, a lot of times we cover stuff up. And I also learned that we are, like, unconsciously programmed to ignore our own fucking feelings. You know what I'm saying? Especially being empathic. You're so mindful of everybody else, and it's taught me to be mindful of my damn self. You know what I'm saying? Fuck trying to make everybody else comfortable around me. Am I comfortable myself? You know, so it really helped me, like, now here, reverse, and reroute my energy back to filling me up. And I'm grateful for this quarantine that I view as solitude, because it's a way to learn yourself deeper without outside distractions. So, and what else? I said I was going to talk about the birth trauma Reiki. Hold on real quick. Okay, birth trauma Reiki. So I had birth trauma Reiki like a year ago. I think it was like a year ago. Okay, and with my experience, it's like I'll start from the beginning in order as much as I can. I remember laying down on the bed, and mind you guys, it was a process. It wasn't just a one-day thing. I remember laying down on the bed. She had the meditation doing it. It was a group thing, but it very much felt like one-on-one. Okay, and as the music is playing and she's guiding through, I swear, you guys, it was like I was in labor. Okay, my back was hurting and stuff like that. My husband literally was coming to bring me wet rags to put on my forehead, and I literally was laying in the bed like, oh. I even felt movement in my damn stomach. Okay, now my tubes are tied after my 3-year-old. I felt movement in my stomach like there was a real baby in there, and I'm sitting here like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I said, babe, my stomach is moving. You know, like I was really, I don't know, I was really tripped out. You know what I'm saying? I was into it, but I was hella tripped out. And then and then the next thing I know, I feel my head being pulled. I literally was laying on the bed. As if somebody was like trying to pull me through the headboard, and I remember my neck stretching like this, and I'm like, what the hell? So then so I write that day, and the next day comes around, and I still feel like I'm in labor. Okay, so I laid in bed like that whole day. Downloads were coming through and stuff like that, and emotions. So I was writing about the emotions that I felt. I felt the emotion of fear. I felt the emotion of anxiety. But I knew off top that it was not my own. Okay? And so I'm looking at it and I'm like, who is this? I'm like, this is my mama. You know what I'm saying? Now, what birth trauma Reiki taught me in regards to this is I've always only known my mom as my mom. Okay? When I experienced this, I saw my mom as a baby having a baby. That was very, very telling. Okay, and then they didn't have the medicine that they have today, back in the day. She was traumatized. She's 16 years old. She don't know what the hell is happening. I'm her firstborn. You know what I'm saying? And that energy that she had during my labor, that shit definitely affected our relationship, okay? When I came out, okay, it was like I was in there, and then next thing I know, I'm out and I'm in my infant body with my adult mind, with my updated mind, okay? But I can't speak like I'm speaking, and I'm just looking up. I'm looking up at my mama. She crying. My head is like this because they use the little suction thing to get my ass up out of there. Ironically, in my other form, my head is like that, okay? It's like a big ass fucking peanut, okay? And that's how I came out. The first words out of my mom's mouth was, what's wrong with her? What's wrong with her head? Right? That was not welcoming, like how other people welcome their baby, like, oh my God, I'm so excited to see you. No, it was, what's wrong with her? What's wrong with her head? And in my mind, as I'm listening to her, I'm like, damn, she don't accept me? Right? Look, getting to the root of acceptance, right? I'll just now piece that together as I'm talking to you guys. And then I hear my granny panties say, it's okay, just shape it. Just shape it. And my granny panties started rubbing my head, trying to shape my head. You know, they're from Alabama, so I know a lot of Southern people do that. They started shaping my head. Now, in that process, for one, doctors are fucking liars, okay? Because when I was getting pulled out of my mama, my neck was hurting, and most of my issues today is with my root chakra, and most of my deaths in my past lives is my root chakra. So I came out the womb with my neck being hurt. You know what I'm saying? And so as she's doing that and she's shaping my head, I just remember feeling smush, you know, being made small, and not accepted as I am. Okay, now this I haven't heard me speak this out loud, but not accepted, as I am. Okay, like you had to tweak me up just so you can accept me. That's the feeling that it gave. Fast forward, I called my mom the next 2 days after it, and I said, Mom, you had a back labor with me? And she's like, hell yeah, I had a back labor with you. She said, I wouldn't wish that shit on my worst enemy. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, it was the most horrible experience of my life, blah, blah, blah. You know, and I was like, yeah. I remember. And I was like, what's wrong with her? What's wrong with your head? With her head? And she had this pause on the phone like, what the fuck? How you know? How you know I said that? But nonetheless, it set the tone for our whole relationship. I always felt like my mom I've always felt like a motherless child in a sense, okay? I always felt like my mom mothered my sisters more than she mothered me, even still to this day, okay? And so that's telling if you already having that energy of what's wrong with it, you know, and it wasn't a welcoming energy when I come into this plane, then that set the tone for our whole damn relationship. It's been like that. I couldn't figure out why we didn't click until I experienced that, which nonetheless it helped me love my mama deeper. Okay, and then another thing that I didn't factor in is that my mom was 16 and my dad was in his 20s and he was military. Okay, now when she get old enough to understand, and I look a lot like my dad, it's kind of like the resentment that she has for him. It's like I'm enduring. Because now in her adult mind, she's looking like, this nigga's a pervert. He was having sex with me when I was 16. I was fresh from Bama. This, and third. But I didn't factor none of this in. I just wanted my mama. Hold on, baby. I just wanted my mama. So all of that, it's crazy how all of that shit tie in together. I'm going to have to get my notebook. Okay. My baby wants the booby, so I'll be back. But I just... it's been a minute since I came on here and I was crying last time, but I want you guys to know I am great, okay? And I really appreciate the uplifting and the encouragement and the love shown and felt from you guys. Wait, Zion? Okay, I love you guys. I gotta go. She tripping.